Good evening once again. We will now get the program started. I would like to give you an official welcome to our 2026 annual banquet. Again, my name is Brady Burrell, the 2025 Chairman of the St. Mary Chamber of Commerce. Chambers of Commerce are the heartbeat of strong communities. They are where connections are made, ideas are sparked, and businesses grow. They serve as bridges, linking entrepreneurs, innovators, leaders, and creating collaboration that leads to shared prosperity. St. Mary Chamber of Commerce embodies that purpose. Through unity, vision, and hard work, we champion economic growth, community leadership, and the resilience that defines our parish. Tonight, we raise a glass to that spirit as we celebrate our diamonds in the rough. At this time, I'd like to invite Vice Chairman Holden Murray to the podium to recognize our public officials who are with us this evening. Please hold your applause until all names have been called.
Good evening. We'd like to recognize our officials. First, Senator Robert Alon III, Mayor Rodney Grogan of the City of Patterson, yours truly, Holden Murray, Economic Development Director for the City of Patterson, Mayor Clarence Vappy of Baldwin, Mayor Duval Arthur of Berwick, Chief Jonathan J.P. Henry of Berwick Police Department, Councilman Lud Henry, Councilwoman Colleen Askew, Mayor Eugene Foucault, Councilman Lester Levine, Councilwoman Pearl Rack, Councilman Joe Garrison, Evan Boudreaux with St. Mary Parish Economic Development, St. Mary Parish Councilman Les Ruff, Dr. Tammy Wilson, South Louisiana Community College and St. Mary Parish School Board, Judge Anthony Salimi, and Kristen Jones, Councilman at Large for the Chitimacha Tribe of Louisiana. Also, if there's anybody who we missed, if you would like to stand and state your name and be recognized.
Melinda Butu, Vice Chairman of the Chitimacha Tribe of Louisiana.
Thank you. Anyone else? We would like to thank all our officials for supporting us this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Holden. As you all know, events like tonight simply would not be possible without our generous sponsors. First, we would like to acknowledge our platinum sponsor by welcoming Ms. Kristen Jones of the Chitimacha Tribe of Louisiana to say a few words about the sovereign nation of the Chitimacha and accept a crystal plaque as a token of our appreciation. Okay.
Ashna, hello everyone. It is such a pleasure to be here with you tonight representing my tribe, the Chitimacha Tribe of Louisiana. Ishkaps Kristen Jones Hi'i. My name is Kristen Jones. I'm an elected councilman in tribal government. On behalf of our chairman, Melissa Dorton, the entire council, and all members, I want to say what an honor it is for the tribe to be presenting sponsor of the annual chamber banquet for the third year in a row. We as a tribe are proud to call St. Mary Parish our Hana, home, and proud to call each of you our Hanma, family, our Ketkampa, friends, and our Hana Kemak, neighbors. It is with great pleasure I stand here tonight to a sold-out room of citizens interested in making our parish a better place to live and work. Rest assured the tribe is fighting with you to initiate growth, development, and economic prosperity for everyone in St. Mary Parish. Many of you are aware that the tribe owns and operates Cypress Bayou Casino Hotel. However, the casino is just one of the many successful enterprises we own and operate. In total, the tribe has 8 successful companies, which also include Waity Services, TIA Support Services, Colorado Professional Resources, Keta Group, Silver Creek Subdivision, 2 Raintree Markets, and the Trading Post. Our business footprint stretches from Sheraton to the farthest corners of this great nation. The tribe also provides essential government services. The tribe's school, police, and fire departments, public works, Department, social services, court system, and its clinic deliver services both on and off the reservation to tribal and non-tribal members. By delivering those essential government services, the tribe helps preserve state and local government resources. All told, the tribe's investment in public education, health, safety, and infrastructure saves the state and parish governments over $4 million every year. The tribe also creates economic opportunities here. We create jobs for residents and deliver contracts to local businesses. Overall, every year, the tribe and Cypress Bayou provide 1,381 jobs for families. We contract with over 700 businesses. We provide over $90 million in wages, benefits, and contracts every year, and we do it all from our Aboriginal homelands right here in St. Mary Parish. Before I turn the mic back over, I want to thank each of you here tonight for supporting the Chamber through your attendance, and I would like to congratulate all of the honorees on their well-deserved recognition. Hoo-yah. Thank you.
Thank you so much for choosing to partner with the St. Mary Chamber of Commerce, not only for this event, but as an annual sponsor for several events and initiatives throughout the year. Next, we would like to welcome Napoleon Ortiz, the Vice President of Physician Services at Thibodaux Regional Health System, our diamond sponsor, first to speak and then accept a plaque of appreciation.
Thank you all so much for having us here today. We're grateful and excited to be sponsors and to be able to support the St. Mary Parish Chamber of Commerce. I served for several years on boards for chambers of commerce, and we know how important having these organizations is for a local community, to unite businesses and to allow for us to be able to network, socialize, and support each other. Healthcare is a big engine for business and economic development in communities, especially here in Louisiana. And hospitals these days and other healthcare providers are going through a lot of challenges, both political and then some of the economic headwinds that we find ourselves in today. But I find that as we stick together and work together closely, we're able to overcome some of those challenges. Several years ago, when I started working in healthcare, about 15 years ago, somebody asked me why I got into healthcare, and I had just been 3 years out of school, out of college. And I told this individual, I said, well, I got into healthcare because I'm trying to build up my career and start everything off. And he told me a story that I'll never forget. There's a doctor in our community. His name was Dr. Robichaud. And Dr. Robichaud is one of those old school doctors that I don't know if you guys ever had a doctor like this. They did everything. They did everything from, deliver your babies to doing your surgery to curing the cold for you. And this doctor was at the hospital one day, and he had a patient that he wanted to discharge and in the morning. And so he talked to the nurse, and he talked to the patient, and said, I'm going to send you home at the end of the day. And the patient told the doctor, he said, I don't know if I have a ride. I don't know if anybody can pick me up or help me get home. And so the doctor kind of talked to the nurse and said, look, I need you to help me get this patient home with whatever you can. So the nurse worked all day making phone calls and helping out, aside from her regular duties. Doctor came back at lunch and asked the nurse and said, does the patient have a ride home? He said, no, it doesn't have a ride home yet. And so he said, well, I'm going to start making calls myself, see what I can do to set up. At the end of the day came, and the doctor asked the nurse again, has he found a ride? And she said, no. He's like, well, I think I found somebody who can bring him home. So the nurse was bringing this patient out to the front of the hospital, out the front door, and to her surprise, Dr. Robichaud was pulling around the corner in his vehicle to bring the patient home. And to me, that's a testament. People who get into healthcare and work in healthcare do it because they have compassion and they want to help others. And we're grateful for the opportunity to serve our community, and we're grateful for all of our healthcare partners in this region who also serve the people in their community as well. So thanks again to St. Mary Parish Chamber of Commerce for all that you do, and we're glad to be here. Thanks for coming.
So, a quick story. I had to verify that it was the same doctor. I was at the ER at Thibodaux Regional one day on a Saturday with a condition. He had me go to his house the next morning on a Sunday in Raceland just so he can give me a shot. So that is old-fashioned medical service that we're blessed with in South Louisiana. We are so graciously thankful for your generous sponsorship. I will take this opportunity to thank the rest of our wonderful sponsors. You will all find a token of our appreciation on your tables. Our Sapphire sponsors: ARL Construction Incorporated, The Bearded Marketer, Champagne Events LLC. Emerald sponsors: Acadian Ambulance Service, Bayou Bend Health System, Cabot Corporation, Clico, Darnell Sykes and Frederick CPAs, Eastgate Barbecue, First National Bank of Jeanerette, MC Bank, Oshner St. Mary, Patterson State Bank, the Port of Morgan City, South Louisiana Medical Associates, and Wildflower Boutique. We greatly appreciate all of our sponsors, and this event would not be a success or as much fun without you. So please, let's give them a round of applause. Please continue your meal as we move into the awards portion of the evening. I'd like to first recognize those present that were nominated for our Of the Year awards. Just being nominated reflects not only individual achievement, but the strength of a community that values dedication, impact, and service. The Business of the Year nominees joining us are ARL Construction Incorporated. The Small Business of the Year nominee here this evening, Stand on Business Bail Bonds. Nonprofit of the Year nominee here this evening, It Takes a Village, St. Mary Parish. Innovator of the Year nominees here tonight, Carolyn Gwinsey, Kirsten Campbell, and the Port of Morgan City. Citizen of the Year nominees present are Carolyn Gwinsey, Colleen Askew, Jason Romero, Jason Watson, and Beverly Domang. Please join me in giving all of our nominees a well-deserved round of applause. Without further ado, let's get to the awards. Each recipient will be introduced with a brief spotlight video highlighting why they were first nominated by the citizens of St. Mary Parish and then selected by our Board of Directors as our 2025 recipients. These videos will be in lieu of speeches to allow us to keep the program moving while still honoring the stories behind the success. A special thank you to Gregory Garisco, the Bearded Marketer, for partnering with our office to create these special highlight clips. Recipients, when you come up to accept your award, please be sure to pause for a photo with our photography partner, Ashlyn Buford, and our media partners. Photos with your team, staff, and family can be taken at the conclusion of the event. The first award for this evening is the Outstanding Hospitality Employee of the Year Award and will be presented by Cajun Coast Tourism's Director, Mrs. Carrie Stansberry.
Good evening. So tonight's winner is someone I've gotten to work with and gotten to know this past year. He has been involved in the hospitality industry since high school, enrolling in the Culinary Arts Institute of Louisiana. He has worked at Jubin's in Baton Rouge and Rip Van Winkle Gardens on Jefferson Island. He began his long tenure at Cypress Bayou Casino in 2001, starting at Cafe Bayou as roundsman, banquet chef, restaurant chef, executive sous chef, and executive chef of Mr. Lester's and Loco Mexican Grill. He and his team have earned over 100 medals and accolades throughout the Gulf Coast. He has partnered with Cajun Coast in New York. He helps us with media reps and most anything we ask within reason. He shares his passion for food and wine through various radio and television appearances as an all-around great ambassador for St. Mary Parish and Cypress Bayou Casino Hotel. Tonight's Hospitality Employee of the Year is Chef Willie Gaspard. Chef Willie could not be with us because he is sharing his passion and love for food and culinary schools in Washington, D.C. for the Washington Mardi Gras. So we will give this to him at another time.
My name is Willie Gaspar. I'm the Director of Food and Beverage and Executive Chef at Cypress Bayou Museum. My title is I'm the Director of Food and Beverage and Executive Chef at Cypress Bayou. My day-to-day is running out the kitchen, running the front of the house, from beverage department, bars, ordering food, ordering beverages. That's most of my day-to-day. So we have Mr. Wetzel's Steakhouse, Cafe Delphine, local Mexican restaurant, Mabel's Kitchen, and we also have a banquet facility in the pavilion, and we also have a employee dining room in the casino that feeds all employees every day. Not many people understand that it's not the same as cooking at home. It's giant, a lot of people tell, I can make that better at home. Yeah, but can you make it 400 times in one day at home and make it the best you can every time? And a lot of people don't understand that part, Yeah, I can cook some things better at home. Now we do in giant batches too, but it's the nature of the restaurant business. It may not be just as good as yours, but it is good. Somewhere around junior high, I fell in love with cooking with grandparents and at the hunting camp, and I just fell in love with cooking and always wanted to be cooking. I cooked for my parents at a young age when they were working, and I just fell into it. It was my thing. I like having parties and entertaining people and cooking. Upscale Cajun. I was trained professionally at Culinary Arts School, Louisiana, and I try to bring everything that I learned classical to my Cajun heritage that I grew up with and try to make elevated Cajun food. Everything has to be consistent. It has to be consistently good. It can't be great one day and bad the next. It just has to be always the same. Because if you go to get something, you want it to be the same every time you go. It doesn't have to be the greatest thing you ever eat. It just has to be good. And every single time it has to be good, not great or mediocre one day. That's what makes a restaurant great. Not being great one day and bad the next. It has to be good all the time. Feeding someone, anybody can feed someone. My 10-year-old girl can feed someone. She can make them a sandwich or some macaroni and cheese or some ramen noodles. But taking care of someone, you want them to want to come back. And if you take care of them, they will want to come back. If you exceed their expectations, service or food-minded, they will come back. There's so many restaurants and places to go and eat in the world now, you don't have to come back, but if you're taking care of them, you will come back. This actually happened not very long ago. There's several, but I'll talk about it. We just opened up a fried chicken place in the casino, Mabel's Kitchen. We're going to Tony Sachery's Crispy Cajun Chicken. I talked to this older gentleman that was sitting in the restaurant, and he's in his late 60s, I have to say. And he tells me, I live in Four Corners. I'm like, okay. He's like, I've never been here. I lived in Four Corners all my life. I've never been to Cypress Bayou Casino, but my family came to eat fried chicken last night, and I wanted to come because they said it was great. He said, and I actually go to the slot machine, and I won some money. And then this sticks in my head. You've been living here all your life, and you never drove 10 minutes to go check out, but you came to check out chicken, fried chicken, in the casino. So, pretty neat. I've been employed for Cypress Bayou for 25 years. It's become my life. I bleed Cypress Bayou Casino and my employees and the tribe and everything. Take great pride in my job there and try to do the best I can. It's just part of me now. You think of me, you think of Cypress Bayou, you think of Cypress Bayou, you think of me. So it's just me. Yeah, that's helpful. We have a lot of good food. It's different experience. Like we do a lot of great Cajun food in Cafe Delphine. For someone out of the area, that would probably be the best place for them to try gumbo and etouffee. It's all traditional food that's Cajun. And we also have Mr. Lester's, but it's not Cajun, but it's really good. But as far as someone visiting Louisiana, the Cafe Delphine would be the place, and trying our Cajun fare that we do. It's pretty amazing. And I never traveled outside the state to go and do food for Louisianans. It's a very big honor to go do that. The spicy thing. Everybody thinks it's spicy and you can't breathe after you eat Louisiana food. That's not the case. That's not even I hate spice. Like, I hate my mouth to burn. Like, that's the worst feeling in the world to me. If my food is so hot that I can't enjoy it, it makes me want to go drink. I'd rather not eat it. I'd rather just drink, I guess. But everyone in New York, oh, it's just not spicy. It tastes good, but it's not spicy. Like, all the food there wasn't spicy. That's not what we did. Like, people just have this misconception once you leave Louisiana that it's all hot and air, and it's not. It's just flavorful. There's no food like in Louisiana anywhere. I've been all over the world, and there's no food like our food at all, not even close. It has nothing to do with the food part, but I love the food part. It's great. I love seeing everybody come in and enjoy the food and the food that we did. But I went to the 9/11 museum. That was neat. Like, they did a really good job with that. Like, I tell everybody that asks me about my trip, that was like the highlight of it. I actually knew a girl I went to culinary school with that died, and I would find her name on the wall and whatnot. That was pretty neat. So my first chef at Cypress Bayou, David Lashchick, pretty much all of my career too. He was tough on us and made me who I am today. If it wasn't for him, I probably couldn't do what I do now. Be quiet and watch. You gotta learn. I do have a few of those. I have some kids that graduated from high school and seen their parish, and now they're chefs in the restaurant. That learned everything from us there, me and my sous chef and whatnot. I mean, did well for themselves with no formal training, just through us. It can be done. Consistency and service. I like to thank my GM, Mr. Mike Howard, the tribe of Chitamacha, and all my staff at Cypress Bayou that made my life easy and make me shine every day. My name is Willie Gaspard. I'm the Director of Food and Beverage and Executive Chef at Cypress Bayou. My title is I'm the Director of Food and Beverage and Executive Chef at Cypress Bayou.
Thank you, Carrie, and congratulations. Chef Willie Gaspard from Franklin, Louisiana to Washington, D.C. Thank you for representing the Cajun Coast with pride, cheer, and a whole lot of flavor. Maybe we can try that fried chicken next year for the banquet. What do you think? The Business of the Year Award honors a business in St. Mary Parish that has risen to the challenges of today's economy while consistently demonstrating a deep commitment to our community. Through active involvement and generous participation, this business gives freely of its time, talent, and energy to help strengthen and improve the place we all call home. Our 2025 recipient exemplifies these qualities perfectly. Please enjoy this short video highlighting our 2025 Business of the Year.
Joy and I would love to introduce AJ Roman. I'll start off with back in 1985. AJ opened up the Chevrolet business in Church Point, Louisiana. And 5 years later, in roughly 1991, we came to Morgan City, a larger business availability, and we took advantage of it. We came here, and Joy, would you like to go?
Yeah, it started in 1970. It was Al, Doe, and Chevrolet in Hammond that AJ was there with him. And we moved to Opelousas, and then to Church Point, and then to Morgan City. Yeah. In 1991, you had your family, and I just come from LSU, and AJ and Solomon, we all lived in one house, a 2-bedroom house. I slept on the couch for a year, and but that's how we kind of got started here in town. And yes, from that point forward, we were adopted by the community. Yes. I remember the bank found us a house to live in. It was really incredible. The community accepted us very well. We went from a closed business to wide open in 3 days, which was very taxing on all of us. Pressure, whatnot. And then we built here in Berwick, and then a second store here in Berwick, and we've been trying to sponsor everything we can sponsor. From golf tournaments to little league teams to schools and to adopt a school, and just everything we can do in the community to help and participate and move the community forward. We've tried. I moved with numbers recently, and our family, when we first showed up here, we were 5. There were five of us, five buildings. And we've managed to turn that number into very close to 40 plus. And we're very involved in the community. They're dedicated to this community, and they are very dedicated to us. We look forward to that, you know, and we're growing every year. We're growing. That's right. And we've been helping the community do that. And thank you for everything that you've done for us. We support right at 45 families. Okay, and all those families, you know, are, we call our employees, you know, family, okay, because we really take care of them. Our employees, we don't have a big turnover rate. Right. We still have some of our original people from 1991 here, and, you know, the turnover rate is very slow, and which is good, which is great, and we're proud of that. Quality is important to us. I have technicians that are overly trained in all they do. The years of experience definitely matters, and that's one thing that we do bring to the table is longevity. And those guys are expert trained, and we're very proud of them. We will just, you do it, and I do it, and walk through the shop daily and ask the technicians what's going on, what is the problem, and help assist diagnose. We've been doing that for all lives. And we get involved to make sure these cars are fixed right as best as we possibly can. Yes, and it goes along with that. Exactly. Joe and I each have over 30 plus years in the business. And we would say I'm very knowledgeable in the industry. And we get involved in a lot of extracurricular industry activities. We go to national events. We're part of certain boards for the automotive industry. And we stay very active in the business, staying up to date. And so we can bring everything to our customers. And that's what we're here for. We're here for our customers. Our customers' response to a question, what would you think that they would say about us? Hopefully positive. We put a large investment in the community, a large commitment, and you know, I guess in between those little bitty mistakes made here and there that cause issues, we would like the community to say that we're very involved, and we just support a lot of their children's activities, their grandchildren's activities, and even the adults. We take care of them during the Mardi Gras. Okay, we love to support the community, and we hope that the biggest word I would say is very supportive, accessible. Yes, there's a bad problem. I love to hear people. Don't not call when there's something that's not right, and we will do everything we can to make it right. Find out what's going on. First of all, the chamber. Yeah. You know, we thank the chamber for recognizing our hard work, our dedication to the community, our dedication to the public, and that goes, you know, way beyond anything else. It makes us feel definitely appreciated. Yes. So for really the hard work we put into this business for the last 35 years. My father's vision 35 years ago, actually probably about 37 years ago, to run a dealership. And the opportunity came in 1985, and he took it. And he was 50 years old and went out on his own. And 50. And that's a pretty, you know, raw age to get started in business by yourself. So we want to thank him. Yes, we want to thank AJ for your commitment and your knowledge that got us in the door. And we've taken that to the next level. And we're looking forward to many more years of it. We really are. Yeah, absolutely. Mom, she's going to be there. Oh, yeah. you know, back in 91, when we first came here, my mother was an instrumental part of us, who we are in getting involved in the community. But they together put this together for the Doman family, and we are very proud of them, and we will always honor our parents. That's right. Winning Person of the Year means that we do make a difference. And the difference is that we're recognized as people that work hard, people that are out in the community, getting your name out there, and we appreciate the commitment from the community recognizing us, and all that does is make us work harder and hopefully make happier and better customers and more customers.
Oh, that's better. That's it. You know, we didn't know we were going to get this award, and then we have to look like we deserve this award, right? It's time to keep getting another year. Yeah, that's it. Let's make it happen.
Thank you, St. Mary Parish. We very appreciate y'all very much.
Absolutely.
Congratulations to A.J. Delman Chevrolet and Chrysler, our 2025 Business of the Year. Come on up. Randy, Joey, whoever you want to bring up, all 40, A.J., Miss Sandra, whoever.
Oh, we're going to have to get a copy then.
Mr. A.J. said they need 2 of those, 1 for each store. I guess they can just share it. To make it even more special, Miss Sandra Doman had a birthday yesterday. So let's wish her a happy birthday. Our board proudly recognizes the vital role small businesses play in making our parish a unique and vibrant place to work, play, and live. This business exemplifies true passion, not only for their craft, but for the community they proudly call home. We are fortunate to have them as part of our business community and honored to recognize them this evening. Please enjoy this short video introducing our 2025 Small Business of the Year.
So when we bought Wildflower Cookie, I didn't know what I was doing. I was actually a nurse prior, then a stay-at-home mom, and I'm very independent, so I had to get out and do my own. And Frances is a relative, so she was kind of on me about buying it. So we went ahead and we bought it, and my vision was, to be under her wing. She helped me through that, helped we grew it even more. So, now we have a men's line, and, our vision is we want everyone to shop local, give back here to our community because we are a small community. So it's just more to get people to stay locally, and give people options where they don't have to go out of town, and they can stay and support local, so we can stay and support our community as well. So retail's not easy. People just think, oh, it's fun. You're basically like shopping every day. What people don't understand behind the scenes is you have to get employees that know customer service. That's my biggest thing with Wildflower is customer service. Greet the customer when they come in, greet them when they walk out, help them as much as you can. Not everyone will want help, but they're there for it, and we strive to be kind and go above and beyond for our customers. So it's not easy. So no one sees it behind closed doors. So all the inventory I have in my store is upfront. So that's money spent that I did not get back. So that's, hundreds of thousands out there that, I'm fronting and hoping people will buy. Not everyone likes, flower boxes or, etc. So I have to think what people are going to buy to support me so that I can, make money, make an income for my family and whatnot. So community support is very important because, small businesses are the heart of communities, because if it wasn't for us, then there would be nothing. So giving back and supporting us and encouraging us and challenging us is very important from the community, and we strive for that, and we want you guys to spend locally, and when you spend, it's our community. That's what makes our community. So giving back, it touches. I'm very humble for all of it. I would have never guessed I got Small Business of the Year because I'm always stressed out, thinking of new things. I'm always trying to spice things up, different events, because I don't want it to go old. I don't want it to go stale. I want people to have fun shopping and enjoy it. Small Business of the Year personally means so much to me. Like I said, I didn't even know I was nominated at one point. I had no clue that I would have even got it. I'm very quiet. I'm outgoing, but I'm very quiet. So it was just it was a shock to me that I got it, and it was very humbling. I'm forever grateful that people nominated me or voted me, and I'm not real sure how it goes. So it's very heart touching to me because you guys, chose me to be Small Business of the Year, and I'm really speechless of it all. The advice I would give someone that would like to start their own business in St. Mary Parish, it's tough. It's rewarding at times, but it is a risk. It's not easy. I've cried, blood, sweat, tears. We've expanded. That was a lot. And you lose sleep, and at times you think you're never getting above water, but whenever you have someone that comes in and appreciates you and just shares the greatness they had with you, it makes it all worth it. Go for it. That's what I took a risk in something I didn't really know, and I fell in love, and it's fun, but you just know it's not easy. But we need more things around town. I think everyone in this community is open arms to everyone. So just, there will be negative, there will be positive, but always keep your head up. That's all I gotta say. I would like to thank the chamber, community, my employees for everything. We didn't set out to win an award. We set out to solve a problem, to give back, to give the community things to look forward to. So I would like to thank everyone. It's very humbling and meaningful to me. And I would like to first thank my employees who put up with me on the daily. I try to make it fun for them, and they do go above and beyond. I have a good little group. They go with all my crazy ideas, so I would like to thank them for everything they do for me and Wildflower. I would like to thank my family, mentors, the community, because if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have anything, or I wouldn't succeed. But I appreciate you guys encouraging me, standing by my side, and challenge me in this journey. So I just want to thank you guys for nominating me, and I appreciate winning the award. It's very heartwarming. I would like to give a huge thank you to my husband, Jason Romero. I couldn't thank him enough, but a thank you doesn't even answer. I'm actually getting teary-eyed. Because he puts up with a lot, with my crazy ideas, and he stands by me, supports me, and Push is muted. Do it all.
Congratulations to Wildflower Boutique, our 2025 Small Business of the Year. The St. Mary Chamber of Commerce Nonprofit Award honors an organization whose mission is to strengthen community involvement and foster the growth of business excellence and leadership through meaningful programs. Our 2025 recipient has demonstrated an extraordinary commitment to the community over many years, consistently giving their time, energy, and resources to make St. Mary Parish a better place for everyone. Please watch this short video highlighting our 2025 Nonprofit of the Year.
My name is Brooke Bachelay, and I am president of the Franklin Merchants Association. We are a nonprofit that is made up of business owners who do business in and around Franklin. We plan events to help promote the economic growth of Franklin, support our mayor's revitalization of Franklin, and also promote tourism and give people a reason to come and visit Franklin and return to Franklin at later times. So if I had to say what a stronger Franklin would look like in the future, I think it would be having our people stay and remain shopping local, eating local, fueling local, as well as tourism increasing and we having visitors that return again and again. When we first heard that we were going to be awarded the St. Mary Chamber of Commerce Nonprofit of the Year, we were both excited and humbled. There are a lot of nonprofits that do a lot of really great work around St. Mary Parish, and so to be selected and recognized as that was very humbling and exciting. I think that one of the things the Chamber probably recognized to be able to give us this award was probably our small and mighty group. We don't have a lot of people that sit around the table. And a lot of them have been doing this for a lot of years, well beyond before I came along. And I think that what's really great about our group is that we work really well together to get a lot done with very few people in manpower. We're a lot of women, and we don't always have the physical capability to do everything. And so I think that, you know, to recognize all that we accomplished with sometimes we only have about 6 people sitting around the table. To do that, we've had a lot of community support, which has been really great, and I think that that's something that's been recognized. We tend to grow each event each year, and we're trying to add on more, and I think that people are seeing the work that we're trying to do. I would say if I had to pick one of our events that we're the most proud of, it's probably our dinner under the lamppost. The idea was born prior to COVID, and COVID kind of put it aside for a little bit, and then this year will be our 5th annual Dinner Under the Lamppost, where we have dinner on Main Street. We've started to see pictures of Main Streets across the United States trying to do a similar thing, and it's so cool to watch that. That's something that we have and have established in Franklin. It's a great dinner, it's a great night, and we have watched the community support us through that by buying tables and purchasing tickets to be able to fund all the events that we do all year long. Cypress Bayou Casino comes out and they help us cook, and they are the reason we've been able to keep this going for 5 years, along with everyone who always purchases a ticket and a table. And so we're really proud of that event. It's a lot of work to put it on, but it's a really nice event. If you've never gone, you definitely should get a ticket and experience that atmosphere of having dinner on Main Street in Franklin underneath the lamppost. I would say the merchants are able to support other business owners and merchants year-round just through the events. We try to make sure that they're, you know, spaced pretty equally throughout the spring and the fall, bringing people to Franklin. And so even if you're not part of the merchants, your business usually benefits just because people are coming to Franklin. They're seeing your business. If you happen to have a business, you know, in and around Main Street, you notice that your business each event that we do, your business does better. And so I think that we're able to support all businesses in Franklin through that, just through visibility, with people coming in Franklin, just getting that attention. If I had to pick a misconception that people have about local shopping, it would be probably two-part. One, that they think shopping local is more expensive, or two, that the selection's not there. Franklin has done a very good job of growing businesses, and so I think that between all of the businesses in town, you can find a pretty good selection of things. And then about being more expensive, a lot of times you'll find things are a higher price in the city just because they can. They have a higher overhead, and so they're having to mark things up, more than the local people. So I would say that's probably a really big misconception. So some key partners that I think have really helped make the merchants who we are today is definitely the City of Franklin and our mayor's office. They've always been supportive with any event. Our Main Street Director, Ed Tigergarten, is always, I text him sometimes at 9 o'clock at night, just because that's when I think about it. So he is always there to help us with marketing events and supporting us. The mayor, the public works department, and if I start naming things, I'm going to forget. But always from hanging the decorations to making sure that the medians are edged for our dinner. Those little things are so important to us. And then second, the Franklin Design Committee. They make sure that our Main Street looks good. So we're our planners and the courthouse landscaping and all of that is all credit to them. And anytime we have an event, they are out there making sure that those planners are refreshed. And those little details is what makes Franklin, gives us that charm and makes us that hallmark town. If somebody is wanting to support the Franklin Merchants Association, we do have levels of sponsorships that we have established this year, and a letter that goes along with that details what you get at each level of sponsorship. We take any and all kinds of donations as a nonprofit. Those are tax deductible. And then we also, if all you can give is your time, we welcome that as well. If you want to stay up to date with what the Franklin Merchants are doing, you can follow us on Facebook or Instagram, the Franklin Merchants Association. I do want to give a lot of credit to Miss Diane Wilkes. We tried to count how long she was president of this association, and I couldn't quite figure out, but I think that it was for well over 10 years. She has led this association to be what it is today. I've been president for the last year, going into my second year, and I don't think that we would have the events we have if it weren't for her leadership. She definitely has grown us into what we are, and I think that we definitely need to give her some credit that we wouldn't have gotten this award if it wasn't for her leadership over all those years and all the work that she did behind the scenes to get us to where we're at.
Congratulations to the Franklin Merchants Association, our 2025 Nonprofit of the Year. Oh, I'm sorry. This year, our President, Beth Chasson, introduced two new award categories, the first being Innovator of the Year. This award recognizes an individual, business, or organization whose creativity, forward-thinking ideas, or innovative practices have made a meaningful difference in our community. These nominees have shown how fresh thinking and bold approaches can open new opportunities, spark growth, and pave the way for a brighter future in St. Mary Parish. Enjoy this video highlighting the first ever St. Mary Chamber of Commerce Innovator of the Year.
For us, it means that what we're doing actually makes sense, that it's actually making an impact not just us standing in front of people and talking, but the actions that we're making and we're doing is making an impact within the community. And that by itself is something we couldn't have expected within 6 months. When we first heard that we won this award, I'm not gonna lie, I cried in my office for probably about an hour. This is something that has been a dream that I didn't even realize that I had. And when I was able to tell our coalition members and our board that we had won this award, I got to do it with a smile on my face, which sometimes in our line of field, we don't always get to give the best news. And this was one of those moments where everybody was just absolutely ecstatic and happy and could see how we had made such an impact. The St. Mary Parish Youth Prevention Coalition is a group of people within the community, business owners, nonprofits, parents, youth, teachers, everybody that has gotten together and has made a priority out of making sure our youth have a future. We are not only giving our youth chances, but we're also giving them skills that they can bring along in life no matter what. And we do this so that our young leaders, our young people have a chance to really change the world as they get older and to make better choices than we did. So some of the biggest issues that our coalition are tackling right now is the fact that our data has increased by over 75%. And we don't want that to be our future. Therefore, we are trying our hardest to give out information and the tools needed so that our youth can make healthy decisions. The reason those numbers have jumped in the last 4 years could be due to multiple reasons. One of those being poor family management, a community that the youth do not feel connected with, and also the lack of education for our youth on how to make those healthy decisions. Compared to our surrounding parishes, we actually have the highest suicide rate for youths. So a day in the life for us is very chaotic. I'll be 100% honest about it. There's not a single day that is the exact same. Whether it be us running around to try and get community partners to help with different things such as community activities, like our sober space that is at festivals, or our different programs such as life skills or strengthening families. From that to us communicating with parents and youth about the different skills that they need during our strengthening families or our life skills. And then recruiting different community members to help make sure we have everybody from every different sector of the community represented. Because it's very important for us to have not only diversity, but to be sure everybody's at the table to make these big decisions, not only for our youth, but for our community. That's why we also have several youth ambassadors that attend every meeting so that they have a voice and they know what we're doing. And a lot of our events and things are planned by our youth, so it really hits home for them. Some of our big wins that we've had in the last 6 months were hosting Light the Night Candlelight Vigil, which was a candlelight vigil where the community came out to honor those that we've lost during suicide and to get the help for those that are still struggling to this day. Another program that we did was our Strengthening Families program, which was an 11-week program helping those families to gain the skills to set boundaries, monitor their children, and prevent the youth from substance use. At the end of that program, we had 5 families who graduated. At that graduation, one of the youth approached me and said, "This is the first time that I felt like I was cared for, and I don't want this to end." We also had a You Matter Stay campaign, which is a social media campaign where we were able to reach 34,000 individuals. During that campaign, our youth and some of our members created videos to get help to those that were struggling so they knew they weren't alone. So I have to say that the coalition and our volunteers have been with me since day one. 6 months ago, I approached these people not knowing what we were doing, with barely an idea in my head. And I said, please follow me on this journey. And I had people that followed me and helped me make this possible. And without them, I don't know if we'd be able to do this. So Our coalition members, our board members, and our volunteers have made all of this possible. Local businesses can always help by either coming to us and joining a community partnership where you can either spread the word, donate in kind items that are needed for events, or even just be on the board to help be able to be involved in the things that we do. We can always use helping hands. To connect with us, you can always follow our Facebook page, which is St. Mary Parish Youth Prevention Coalition, or you can email me at any time to get more information on how you can be included in our newsletter. I would like to thank all our coalition members that have been with me since day one, our volunteers, our community partnerships, and my mama, because she has also been with me since day one and has believed in this journey the whole entire way. Oh, and thanks to my husband.
Congratulations to St. Mary Parish Youth Prevention Coalition, our 2025 Innovators of the Year. The second new category added this year is Young Citizen of the Year. This award recognizes a remarkable young individual between the ages of 10 and 20 who actively gives back to the community, demonstrates leadership, and shows exceptional involvement in making St. Mary Parish a better place. This category received the highest number of nominations from across the parish, reflecting just how many young people are stepping up to make a difference. It is with great joy that we invite you to watch a video highlighting our 2025 Young Citizen of the Year.
My name is Yanni Paul. I'm 17 years old and I attend Patterson High School. Right now, I am the Student Council Unified Secretary. I am on the Patterson High School Timberlet's dance team. I am the JAG president. I am the Dell Leaders Team Club of Delta Sigma Theta Alumni Sorority Incorporated president, the youth branch. I am on the Talented Theater and Art program for the St. Mary Parish School District. And for church, I am a part of the youth department for Lewis Iron Baptist Church in Bayou. When I heard that I was the Young Citizen of the Year, I honestly wanted to cry. I was very excited. I was really grateful to God, and I felt a sense of pride in myself, and I was just really happy. What I think the chamber and the community saw in me to earn this was being present in the moment and being involved with my community and people that I love. I think they saw compassion and humility in me as well. And I hope that they saw a child of God in me as well. One moment that I was proud of this year that no one saw was becoming more self-confident and becoming a little more independent and believing in myself a little more in everything that I do. One event, or I guess you could say events that I've been a part of, is a lot of community feeding. A lot of people need food. Times are hard right now. And this year and last year I have been involved with a lot of community feedings in the parish. And just seeing the impact that just one meal can have on so many people really makes me grateful for the things that I have. And yeah, one problem that I noticed that made me say somebody needs to do something is I see a lot of young people my age, they're ashamed almost to help out in the community and be where they're needed in our community. And I just really am grateful that I'm able and that I have the assets and such a supportive family to go out and be confident in helping other people. And I feel like a lot of kids my age are just ashamed or subconscious in helping out because they think, oh, well, this person might think I'm lame for going and helping out. So I just do my best to step up and be where people need me. What community means to me in real life is togetherness and being present in a moment where you are, when you're surrounded by other people, family, and just being there and having a good time and being a lot of fun. The biggest need in St. Mary Parish right now, I think, is food availability, maybe even clothing, because at school I kind of see maybe a handful of kids that maybe don't have the same accessibility to school clothes, regular clothes that I would at home. So I'm looking for food and clothing. A value that I live by when no one is watching is trusting in God. What's next for me over the next 12 months will be getting closer to graduation and branching off and starting a new level of education. Who deserves a shout out for helping me stay on track is my mother, my grandmother, my aunts, my uncles, my whole family, my teachers at school, specifically Miss Johnson, Miss Perry, Miss Pollard, my friend, and Miss Luna Turner and Miss Frida from the Wellmont Center. What it means to me to win the award of Young Citizen of the Year to me. My name is Yanni Paul.
Let's welcome Miss Yanni Paul, our first Young Citizen of the Year. Congratulations again, Yanni Paul. The Citizen of the Year Award honors an individual in St. Mary Parish who over time has consistently demonstrated excellence in both professional and community leadership. This person has made significant contributions to the welfare of our community through active involvement, service, and the generous giving of their time and energy. This award recognizes someone who stands ready to meet any challenge, improves the quality of life in our parish, and inspires others through their example. They understand the importance of others, a strong and vibrant business community, and their dedication serves as a model for all of us. The recipient of this award is a rare gift to St. Mary Parish, and we are proud to celebrate their leadership and impact. Please watch this short video highlighting our 2025 Citizen of the Year.
I'm the executive director for the Port of Morgan City. I've been associated with the court for nearly 40 years. I've been executive director for the last 12 years. I was shocked to hear my name got put in. I was more shocked when they told me I was awarded this distinguished honor to be Citizen of the Year.
It thrills me. I'm very appreciative of the award, but it takes a lot. It takes a team that got me here where I'm at today. I'm the one that accepted the award, but it was a tremendous team effort. This is in my blood. I love what I do. I enjoy it. This has been a pleasure to be in this role, and the accomplishments and all the trials and tribulations we've been through for years. Not having a channel. Things have changed, but why? Because it's good for the community. It's good for St. Mary Parish. I love what I do. I'm very proud of what the board has been able to accomplish. People don't realize a lot of work goes on behind the scenes, working with different federal agencies, getting funding in place. The Corps has been a tremendous partner for the Port of Morgan City. We have a channel. We have a now reliable channel all the way out to the Seabury. For years, we didn't have that. We didn't have business going on. Business has returned to this area. We're over $1 billion industry every year now. Probably the biggest accomplishment we conquered, we found out the Achilles heel for this area was the bar channel. Trial and error, money spent left and right, constantly filling in. We came up with a solution how to maintain the bar channel. The bar channel is everything. That's where the channel starts coming in. It was always blocked. It doesn't matter what we do above, if you can't get it clean on the bottom side, and we had to go think outside the box, and we accomplished that. We have an innovative machine, one of a kind, the only agitation water injection dredge in America. We came up with that idea. We worked very closely with the Corps. We worked very closely with Palomar. We worked very closely with Bryce, civil engineers, and the Port of Morgan City. We were the ones that led the way on this thing, trying to get this in. It took 7 years of my life to get that accomplished. And going through, because the Corps does not like new ideas. Technology has never been proven before, hasn't been done before, but they gave us opportunity and we succeeded, and they stuck with us. Don't give up, be persistent. We were told no to what we wanted to do with the bar channel, the new invention, the new contraption we invented. Nobody gave us any hope. First 6 months, it was not even one step forward, it was 3 steps back every day. We need to get a step forward. But then things started changing. We started making modifications. Don't give up. It's hard to get a new idea with the federal government. Told time and time again, don't do it. Well, what wasn't going to listen to it? We got the funding to do a trial. They told me, do not do the trial during the summertime. That means you're going to get your worst conditions. I said, no, that's what if I can beat it in the worst conditions, what's going to happen when I got good conditions? And we gambled, and we rolled the dice, and we went ahead and accomplished what we wanted. And we got the results today from it. But be persistent. Don't give up on your hopes. Stay committed. We did. Just to give you an idea of what the port has done in the last 5 years, because that's when we started working on the channel. We got the economy. We have received over $150 million in dredging that's been completed. That's how much it takes over a year's period of time, not over 1 year, but several years. We average $40–50 million a year on dredging. But we've also received many grants from the federal government, from our state, which provides all this money is being invested in St. Mary Parish in the Morgan City District. First of all, I've been very blessed. I thank the good Lord for wisdom and guidance and direction every day. Once again, I want to thank the Chamber for this honor. I really do appreciate it. But I'd say, I want to thank my wife, Karen, and my family for being supportive all these years, and my team, Cindy Contreras, Tori Henry, Mike Milbrock, Silly Morrell, Gerard Bourgeois, Charles Brittingham. These, and also my board of directors that I've served with numerous boards over the last 40 years for all the support that backed me. Also, once again, I want to thank our local delegation, the local officials here, the parish. We want to thank the state, and we want to thank our friends in Washington, D.C. who have been very helpful. like I say, I'm not getting any younger, and I mean, I know I'll be stepping down, you know, somewhere in the near future, the next year or two or whatever. But I just want to, very thankful, very blessed. It's all good. It's all good.
Congratulations to Mr. Raymond McWade, Director of the Port of Morgan City, and our 2025 Citizen of the Year.
Team trophy.
And last but not least, this one has been kept a secret until this very moment.
Hello. All right, we're coming. Hello, everyone. Good evening. You may be wondering why this video is different than all the rest, and the reason is simple. We couldn't pass our 2025 Board Member of the Year to make a video about himself.
Before we say his name, let's be honest, once you find out who it is, people are glad that you know make a video about himself.
But, congratulations, and surprise, Gregory Garisco.
Surprise.
So I really want to express how grateful we are for everything that you do, all that you bring to the table, your outside the box thinking, your big brain, even your role as devil's advocate.
I'm just going to say every board needs a devil as an advocate, and even though you aggravate me and especially I do believe that it makes us better as a chamber.
I think every board needs that role and that voice to kind of challenge and shake things up a little bit.
Exactly, I agree.
Think outside the box. We need it. We have the crowds watch you grow in your business and in your leadership roles and all the things through the chamber, outside the chamber in these last 3 years.
Yes.
You've been with us.
And thank you so much for being so dependable. If there's anything I can use to describe you, it's reliable. You show up to everything. And we appreciate that.
And you'll really be able to see that in the slideshow that we're about to share. All pictures in the last 3 years of different events and different things and lunch and learns and all the things that Greg has been part of.
Yes. Enjoy the show.
I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Congratulations, Greg, on being named our 2025 Board Member of the Year.
Yes, and thank you for always supporting us. Thank you for always being my wingman, my drinking buddy, and sometimes my therapist, just to hear me think about life. We appreciate you, Greg.
I was about to say, we appreciate you.
Congratulations, Gregory Garisco, our 2025 Board Member of the Year. Kanisha's got to be this big.
My turn. Congratulations to all of our nominees and winners. Let's give them another round of applause. At this time, I would like to acknowledge our 2025 Leadership St. Mary graduates and ask them to come to the front to share their project and take a photo. As they make their way here, I would like to give a special recognition to Ms. Carol James. Paying homage to my predecessor's love of this program, Carol James received the 2025 Donna Meyer Leadership Award. And there are quite a few of them not here this evening. This class exemplified what it means to be a leader, how coming from all walks of life and having different opinions and specialties can bring forth positive initiatives. Carol James will present their class project, and I will also ask Ms. Tranisha Hayes and Ms. Sheila Hugh to come to the front for a photo. All right, Ms. Carol. Speech first.
Good evening, everyone. When we began Leadership St. Mary, many of us thought we were signing up for a program. What we actually walked into was a deeper understanding of what our parish is, its people, its challenges, and most importantly, its potential. Throughout the year, through all of our meetups and shared experiences, we learned one powerful truth. Leadership doesn't live somewhere else. It lives here in St. Mary Parish. We saw it in our first responders who showed up on someone's worst day. We saw it in our economic development leaders planning for a future many of us never realized was being built behind the scenes. We saw it in our legislators advocating for decisions that shape our schools, hospitals, and neighborhoods. And we saw it in educators, healthcare workers, nonprofit leaders, our farmers, and environmental stewards who quietly carry this parish forward every single day. All of that led us to our class project, Live Local, Lead Local. This campaign is rooted in a simple but powerful idea. Our future leaders are already here. They're sitting in high school classrooms across St. Mary Parish every day. Live Local, Lead Local is about helping our high school students see what we've been privileged to see this year. That leadership doesn't require leaving home to matter. That success doesn't always mean going far away. And that returning home by choice can be one of the most powerful leadership decisions you will ever make. We want students to understand that St. Mary Parish needs their ideas, their energy, and their voices. We want them to see real examples of what leaders have built, meaningful careers here, businesses, and lives. People who stayed, returned, or chose to invest locally. Because when young people believe there is an opportunity here, they don't just leave with a diploma, they leave with a plan. And better yet, they come back home with purpose. As a class, we learned that strong communities don't happen by accident. They are built when people choose to show up, give back, and lead where they are planted. Live local, lead local is our way of passing that lesson forward by providing students with tools, resources, and experiences that help them envision a future that includes coming back home. Leadership St. Mary didn't just teach us about this parish, it made us proud of it. proud to live here, proud to serve here, proud to lead here. And if our students can feel even a fraction of that pride, then the future of St. Mary Parish is in very good hands. Thank you for believing in this class, this project, and the leaders that are still to come. We humbly ask for your continued support through prayers, partnerships, and donations as we begin this journey to strengthen ties and grow leadership right here at home. We invite sponsors and our parish school board to join us by investing in our students, partnering in their growth, and helping us build leaders who will live local and lead local and give back to the parish that raised them. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol, and thank you, class. For a quick showing, please stand if you have graduated from Leadership St. Mary. Anyone who's graduated from the program. Please give all graduates a round of applause. Thank you, and thank you for continuing to support our efforts and the future leaders of our parish. Before we install our 2026 officers and board, I simply have to give a very special thank you to our outgoing chairman, who has served the St. Mary Chamber of Commerce with exceptional leadership and unrelenting guidance. It has truly been an honor to work with you, and while I'm sad that you are moving on from chairman, I know that you are always within reach and willing to help. Mr. Brady Borrell, please come forward to accept a small token of our appreciation for the past year and join me at the podium for your farewell.
Wow. Thank you, Beth. Again, good evening. I would like to thank each of you for showing your support for the St. Mary Chamber of Commerce by attending tonight's banquet. The community support is what drives and makes the Chamber succeed. I would like to congratulate tonight's award winners and nominees, as well as our 2026 Chairman, Holden Murray, Vice Chairman Gregory Grisco, and incoming board members, and wish them the very best as they serve our parish. 1 year ago tonight, I stood in this very spot as I was sworn in as the 2025 Chairman of the St. Mary Chamber of Commerce. It has been an opportunity of a lifetime to serve our community in this capacity. Serving my community is at the heart of what I do every day. I would like to first give honor to God for opening this amazing door, as well as my family, including my beautiful wife of 20 years, Lauren, who is always there for me, my son Braden, daughter Alyssa, and my parents, Reverend Nolan and Julene Borrell, all of whom were present with me a year ago tonight and are here with me again this evening. Unfortunately, our dog Gumbo couldn't be with us tonight. I would also like to thank my many friends, my Tri-City Pentecostals church family, and KQKI staff for their support. I would like to thank the Chamber Board for your confidence by allowing me to serve as your chairman and getting to work with you this past year. To the Chamber staff, Tranisha Hayes, Iris Sharp, and Leslie Bayham, we deeply appreciate your hard work and dedication to the Chamber. And last, but certainly not least, Beth Chassaw, our Chamber President. Beth, I have known you for several years now, but it has been such a pleasure working with you, and I am deeply honored to consider both you and your husband, Tyler, who is here with us tonight, as two of my closest friends. Words can't describe how much we all appreciate your commitment and sacrifice you make to the Chamber and our entire community each day. And I really do believe you work 25 hours a day, 8 days a week, and 367 days a year, and you never sleep. So please join me in a round of applause to our President, Beth Chesson. Over the past year, I have been privileged to be with the Chamber staff, fellow board members, public officials, and members of the community as we joined local businesses and organizations to celebrate new beginnings, anniversaries, and other milestones. We also learned and grew in knowledge from the many meetings, luncheons, and conferences we attended so we can work together to make St. Mary Parish grow and prosper. The highlight of my role as chairman was in September as my wife Lauren, our president Beth, her husband Tyler, and Berwick Police Chief and fellow board member J.P. Henry participated in a Washington, D.C. fly-in, along with officials from chambers of commerce and business organizations from throughout the Bayou region. There we were honored to represent you as we met with Senator Bill Cassidy, House Majority Leader Steve Scalise, Congressman Clay Higgins, and Troy Carter, and staff members from our entire Louisiana congressional delegation. A few weeks prior to our trip, I was asked by the coordinator of the fly-in to make a presentation to our congressional delegation on behalf of the Port of Morgan City. I told them about the exciting success to the tune of $1 billion that is underway in the Port District as a direct result of the federal funds that have allowed for the dredging and maintenance of our channel. Also during our visit, my wife and I enjoyed a beautiful ride along the Potomac River on board a water taxi that was constructed by Metal Shark right here in Franklin, Louisiana. As you can imagine, I really enjoyed bragging about it to one of the crew members and my fellow passengers, and it truly was a taste of home. We were honored to express our patriotism by taking part in a wreath-laying ceremony at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier at Arlington National Cemetery on behalf of the St. Mary Chamber of Commerce. It's difficult to express the flood of emotions and feeling of patriotism that came over me in that moment. And finally, on a personal note, getting the opportunity to report live just a few feet from the steps of the U.S. Capitol had to be one of the biggest highlights of my 29-year broadcasting career. Those are just a few of the many memories and opportunities I enjoyed this year while serving as your chairman and having the distinct honor of representing our great parish. I will cherish them for a lifetime. Again, thank you for allowing me to serve you this past year, and may God bless all of you and St. Mary Parish.
Thank you, Brady. We will now install the 2026 Board of Directors and Officers. I invite Honorable Judge Anthony Salimi to the podium.
Good evening. Being on the St. Mary Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors is extremely demanding and fulfilling. We are blessed in our parish to have great public-minded citizens to pledge their time, their talents, and their resources to help keep our chamber successful. As I call your name, please come forward to the front and face our guests. Mr. Brady Borrell, immediate past chairman. Mr. Holden Murray, incoming chairman. Mr. Gregory Garisco, incoming vice chairman. Miss Alyssa Cart, treasurer. Reverend Anthony Baham. Miss Roxana Bain. Mr. Evan Boudreau. Mr. Howard Castay. Dr. Crystal Hebert, Chief Jonathan J.P. Henry, Mr. Harlan Capel, Mrs. Laura Meadows, Mrs. Carla Vappy, Mr. Ed Tiger Verdon, and Dr. Tammy Wilson. Officers, your response will be "I will" when I prompt you for your response. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been elected to serve as officers and directors on the board of the St. Mary Chamber of Commerce. This is an indication of the esteem and confidence in all of you by your membership and fellow directors. They are entrusting you with an important responsibility that will help shape our community. Do you solemnly pledge that you will fulfill the duties of officers and directors of the board of the St. Mary Chamber of Commerce, and that